If you're new here, I'm Sonai. You've come back often. Welcome back. I'm happy to have you. You've seen a woman that is so put together. She's so elegant, so beautiful, so classy, and she seems to have it all together. But what you don't know is that that woman honed in on who she wanted to be. She decided that she wanted to be someone else. I don't mean she wanted to change her identity, but I mean she wanted to be a certain type of woman. The woman that she probably was inside, but she just didn't know what to do about the external, what to do about the emotional, the mental. So she really put some thought into it, and she studied people that she wanted to be like. She thought about that, she put the work in, and she became her. Today we're going to talk about 7 things you can do to become that woman that you have always wanted to be. So, the first is this. She loves herself. She realized she loved herself so much that she wanted the best. She wanted the best spiritually. She wanted the best mentally. She wanted her mental health to be intact and protected. And she wanted to protect herself financially. And loving yourself financially means that you will not put yourself in so much debt or bring so much financial turmoil that you become so stressed. Your life becomes a complete shambles that you lose control. That's not self-love. So you take care of that when you love yourself so that you can have a positive mind and you can become a beautiful woman inside and out who is unbothered. So what goes with that? Removing negative words from your vocabulary. 2 that come to my mind, or I should say phrases, that self-talk. I can't. Remove that. And also, I'm giving up. You know how many times you can say that? You don't realize it. You may not have to say it in those particular words, but we're not giving up. We're working hard. You know, when you're leveling up your mind, leveling up your look, what have you, it takes some work. And sometimes you're going to feel like stopping. It's going to be a little bit exhausting because it's like rebuilding something, right? So you have to put that work in, put on like a new type of mindset. It is not like a new mindset. It is a new mindset because you want to think differently. And so you want to remove the I can't do it. I'm tired. I need to just settle with being me. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But you know, I decided that I wanted to be a different type of person. I've always been more of a girl that enjoyed classier things in life. It didn't mean like materialism. People always think that. But I just liked a certain standard in my life. And I wanted to be that girl. And so I focused on being that girl. But when I turned 50 and I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I made it through that, and I made it through that positively, I decided then and there that at 50 years old, I was going to try to reinvent myself. I was going to be a different person. I added things to my life that I always wanted to have in my life. My mindset changed. You can do the same. And it doesn't mean that you're not being yourself. You're just bringing that person that you have really always been. You're bringing her to the forefront. And so this is what this is all about. Your process in becoming her. You want to write down your goals. Write them down on paper. When you can see your goals and the steps that you need to take to reach those goals, you will bring it to fruition. And the way that I do that a lot, I write in journals. And I also have vision boards. I've also always had vision boards, and they work. Because when you have a vision board, for instance, I have on there, you know, I'm going to age beautifully. I am aging beautifully. I'm not going to let XYZ change me because I am me. And this is how I live my life. It's kind of like, people do affirmations every morning, just positive self talk. Because the more you hear something, the more you see something, it gets embedded. And so that's very important. I completely believe in that. Just a sticky note on your mirror, do things like that. Just write your goals down, like I said. I have them in my office and I have them in my closet, in my mirror. That keeps me positive. And you want to do the same because, like I said, repetition makes that a part of your life. It gets embedded. And you'll see, I promise you, you will see the results. And some people will see that change. I've had people say, you're different. I made a video about that early in some videos back, being brand new, as they call it. It's just leveling up mentally, emotionally, not letting negative things take over your life. But you're a brand new person. You're changing, and it is okay to reinvent yourself multiple times. You can do that, and it's okay. So we're going to take journals. We're going to use vision boards, and comment below and let me know if you do this already, or come back to the video and make a comment and let me know how that's going for you, because I would really love to know. An important thing is decluttering our lives. Now, when you think of declutter, most of the time you think of your house, material things that you aren't using. And I do mean that, because for me, when I have too much going on, I have purged so much out of my closet and sold it or donated, and then I feel lighter. And when you feel heavy, it just bogs you down and you cannot reach any goals because you are stuck. But more importantly, you want to declutter negative people. People who are not bringing any positivity to your life. Activities that are not bringing anything good to your life. Find more positive things to do. Reading, artwork, going to shows. But declutter things that are just heavy. And if that means you have to cut people off, then that is what you need to do. Because if you get to the point of that, you were wanting to do it anyways. You just didn't know how. But if you just stop showing up for them, if they're your friends, you won't have to do that anyways. But if you just stop showing up, stop being available for people who are weighing you down, who are not good for you. You know that person. You know who I'm talking about, right? Everyone has somebody like that, or multiple people on the job, personal lives, places that we go and we don't really want to be there. I've had to do that. What do they call it? I've had to just ghost people in my life when I wanted to stop being a certain way and I wanted to change. They just didn't hear from me anymore. The text stopped coming. The phone calls stopped coming. So that's a nice way to do it. You don't have to verbally say, I don't want to speak to you anymore. That's not classy and that's not nice. But you can just, I'm not available. I'm not available. When you're not available, people do stop calling. So that's a nice way to do it. But you can figure that out on your own. Now, when you declutter the negativity, you have to replace, because we're meant to be with people, right? So you have to surround yourselves with people that you want to emulate, people that you want to be like, people that you admire. You don't have to copy everything about that person, but it's like people that you are inspired by. There's quite a few people that come to mind, and I just love them so much, and they have a great impact on my life. And you don't miss the former friends that you had, because you're just changing your entire life. You are leveling up your life. You're becoming someone different, someone that you really like. Go to those friends. They don't have to be your same age either. I love older friends. I have friends who are like 15, 20 years older than me, And I admire them so much. And I get a lot from them. There's elegant women when I was a teenager that I looked to. These women were like 30, 40 years older than me. But I said, that's how I want to be. That's the type of girl that I want to be. That's what I want for my life. And they were my mentors. And some of them did not even know me. They didn't know that they were my mentors. You surround yourself with positivity. There's a term that show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Think about that. Now, social media. Social media can be your friends, but not. Because we talk to people all the time. We do not know them. And the majority of the time, there's so much negativity. There's comparison. You're looking at something, you're comparing yourself with that person, and it tears your self-esteem down. And it also kills ambition and it kills productivity. So we want to limit social media just a bit. You don't have to be holding your phone all the time. Pick up a book. Read about a topic that you're interested in. Just any type of books, or, get an art class that really feeds creativity. You can do those things online too. You don't have to actually go to a class, but it's beautiful if you can do that. But social media, the TikToks, the Instagram, there's always so much time wasted aimlessly scrolling through Instagram, through TikTok. You're laughing or frowning at people's lives. And a lot of the time, they're just making it up for entertainment because that's what it's supposed to be. So limit that to like an hour or so a day, because you have more important things to do. You're focusing on yourself, adding to your own life. So that's what we want to do. We want to limit the social media. Instagram was something that I was really, really into, but then it was halting me writing. It was halting other goals that I had. So let's just really work on that. It's not always going to be easy. And I'm not suggesting that you just take the app off of your phone or whatever, but you have to have moderation with things, right? Just see if you can, for instance, for the rest of the day, see if you can stay off of the social media and engaging and commenting and replying. You have no idea what that does to your mind when you're replying or getting into debates and arguments with people on social media. It has such a negative impact, and that's a whole nother video. But let's just try to do that, because it's very important to engage in real life, and especially your life. Try something new, a new career path that you have been thinking about, a hobby, a new game that you're interested in, inviting friends over for a game night, or just social activity, just talking and engaging, encouraging each other. Those are things that you can do that are really uplifting. And I enjoy that because it helps feed my mind. You bounce things off of each other when you have chosen to gravitate towards those people who bring a positive aspect to your life. It really stimulates your mind when you learn something new. Learn a new language. There are language apps. How amazing is it if you are traveling, or even if you're just local and you come across someone who speaks a certain language, and you can engage with them in their native tongue. Now that makes you look so classy, and it shows them this is a woman who knows herself, and she is willing to speak to me in my language. That's beautiful. So let's try to learn a new language even, or just even using the language apps, because like Google Translate, maybe some people feel like, I can't learn a new language. You can, but use Google Translate. Excuse me. um, because when you go to a restaurant, it's really impressive. If you go to a French restaurant and you order your meal en français, that is so beautiful. The waiter will be very impressed. And also, it's just very international. This is just one world. We shouldn't be so divided. And so I just love the thought of different languages. I try to use French sometimes. I took it in high school and I've forgotten a lot. But I have French app on my phone. I try to sing songs in French, in Spanish, Espanol. How lovely is that? I think almost everyone should know Spanish in America. Everyone should learn at least two different languages because the world is now so intermingled, and I really like that. So it's just a fun idea, and it's something easy that you can do. I really hope you enjoyed the conversation today on how to elegantly rebrand yourself, reinvent yourself, level up your mind. Leveling up isn't always about getting more money, because those things can come with that. But the main important thing is to level up yourself, your body, your mind, who you are. So thank you for joining me today. I really enjoyed talking to you guys, and have a wonderful evening. Be safe out there, and we will talk to you next time. Have a good night. Bye.